Hello, and welcome to the Sheep Seats. It's Saturday night, live from somewhere south of Milwaukee. I'm your host, Matthew, aka Sheep, aka Dark Sheep. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm doing well. Made some nice steaks on the grill this evening. And let's draft some teams tonight. What do we say? What do we say about that? Let's do a little drafting. A little bit of drafting. Let's start with seeing where the Pennant's at. One more person. We can fire off a Pennant to begin this stream. If you haven't already checked it out, stackingdingers.com over at the Stacking Dingers YouTube channel. Chris and I dove deep into the teams that we liked in this contest. Although as we get closer and closer to the season, it seems like the wild card is sort of up in the air on both AL and NL side. So could go anyway. We didn't really dive into those fringe teams. Maybe we'll get to those later. I'm not sure. But we did go through, fired off some spicy takes. Seems like both of us are kind of fading some of the favorites. But we'll see. I got about 14 or 15 of these drafts under my belt now. Right now, leading the way by far is Phillies teams and Houston teams for me. Those are kind of seem to be my go-tos. Oh, all right, we get a Jordan start. So that is very interesting. We're going to go with, we have a few options here. Let's see what Jay-Z Rucker. I see Bernie is in here. What's up, Bernie, out there? All right, we slow play the judge. All right, let's do it. Let's try and build the Dodgers team. Let's see if we get sniped. Sort of talked about not really minding splitting teams this year. The kind of the landscape is different than previous years. It seems like there's always one team that was often getting split between three opponents. Like Braves last year was a big fade for me. But even splitting some of these teams, Dodgers they're thin at pitching if you have to split with someone else. But it looks like we have a good crew here. We'll see. TK11 is in a lot of these drafts. All right. Bernie gets split on his Phillies. Does the Trey Turner. So there's always the chance here. We have three AL teams now already chosen off the board. So it's definitely possible. Okay. Milby Syndicate goes a little bit goblin mode there. All right, so let's see. It's certainly possible that Jay-Z Rucker or TK11 decide to get into the Dodgers game. But we look pretty safe. So this is going to hopefully be the first time I get the big three Dodgers together. So let's see what happens here. That is exciting. It's really not too uncommon, so it's not like some super big thing, but we'll see if anybody moves into the Dodgers. Because, as we talked about on that Stacking Dingers episode, is The Dodgers pitching situation is pretty dire. Glasnow is likely to be done for the year. I guess it says here he's going to avoid surgery, but he's likely done for the year. Buehler stinks. Bobby Miller stinks even worse and is not even with the team right now. Clayton Kershaw is coming back from another one of many injuries. So he's a rough pick. Landon Knack got called up, but I mean, I don't know. They demoted. Oh, Stone is injured also. Yeah, he's injured. So they are going to be stretched thin, and splitting their pitching would be a tough call. I mean, thankfully they've bolstered. Good thing they got Flaherty at the deadline. Otherwise, they've been riding him. Is it hard to build the Dodgers Astros? I would say it is hard. You're going to end up with a lot of deep pieces on both teams, but if you want to make that build, it's you're going to have to do that to get that build because that's the only way it's going to exist. There might be one or two out there, that's really good. What's up, Numi? So it's tough, but you're going to end up with a Pena, Yainer Diaz sort of grouping at the end of your team, and maybe you're going to get because where they're going, for the most part, you're competing for the top pieces of the stack and the top pitchers. Excuse me, for like Framber and Flaherty and Yamamoto, like all these same picks. All these same picks are going in the same area, so you're gonna have to go deep on them. But yeah, definitely. That's for sure. Like I said, Astros are my biggest stand on the on the AL side because I don't know, they just feel like they're right at the right time, and they've just been there so many times that. So we do have an interesting chance there. Santander was there. If we wanted to build a so far the room's gone our way such that there's nobody really jumping into the Dodgers. So there's an argument to be made there for shifting into a claim on a AL team. Maybe like a small Baltimore stack. We could have got Santander there because Yamamoto probably would have come back to us. But like I said, this is the first one of these builds, so I kind of want to build it straight up. Yeah, Hunter Brown, after just starting in the pits this year, is definitely looked pretty good. So we'll see. In the end, we have a Philly, Dylan Cease, but then got cut off on Padres by this person. All right, so Santander is gone. Do we want to get crazy? Well, we're just going to keep building this big Dodger stack. So I was thinking there, if we wanted to get crazy and do a 2-buy team, Dodgers likely get the buy. Guardians are pretty much locked for the buy. So an interesting option here. But we're just going to keep building this supreme Dodger stack. Because now our options are, so out of the AL teams, we have ECM hasn't gone to an AL team. Houston's claimed. Yankees are claimed. KC has been claimed here by Bernie. So like Guardians, this is interesting. So the way that we get there with 2-bye teams is like you're going to have to get long series in both sides of the league to get some good scoring. It's certainly interesting. Otherwise, we got to jump down to a Twins or a Tigers build. Because we need some pitching too. Let's do it. Let's build the 2-bye team. I mean, we gotta mark. I don't know. It's so tough to figure out who these pitchers we want. You know what? Let's we're gonna get Bybee here next. Likely only one start for all of these pitchers. We might have to get kind of weird here, and maybe this is a 3-team build. Let's feed the ducks tonight. Night here, so let's feed some ducks. How many picks do we have left? We have 3 picks left. We're going to make this a 3-team team. We got this Super Dodgers stack. We got a Cleveland 2 stack. We're going to grab 2 Baltimore players here. Hopefully Grayson is up for starting in the wild card. We might just be killing ourselves in the wild card round with this team, but I don't know that there's going to be a lot of Dodgers Cleveland teams out there. So tonight we are drinking some PBR, living the PBR life. I don't know, there's a joke there. Last week we were living the high life. So I'm going to grab Cedric Mullins here, who's really rounded into some good shape here at the end of the season. So now we have our 3 teams. Yeah. I don't hide my predilections very well. Drinking some PBR. I don't know. This might be weird. You ever go through a phase where you just want to drink cheap beer? Like, normally, IPAs, just whatever, pretty much anything but stouts, I'm happy to drink. But then, I don't know, just sometimes I don't want it to taste like anything. All right. So we're going to grab Tommy Edman here. And we are going to hope. So we're telling ourselves a story that we're telling ourselves the story that the Dodgers. Actually, let's get into another draft. See where the Pennant's at. Yeah, we'll try and fill another pennant here and maybe jump into the Dawg Bowl while we wait. 3 people, 2 people, so maybe that'll fire off. But yeah, so we're telling ourselves the story here that Grayson, while he is maybe not having enough time to ramp up, he does end up pitching out of the bullpen a decent amount, or maybe makes a start in the second round. And then we're saying that this Dodgers, they win the first 2 games under Flaherty and Yamamoto, and then they struggle into a 5-game series, so they end up putting up a lot of points. And maybe Cleveland, does 2, and then somehow we get that to World Series. But yeah, that's pretty tough story to tell. So yeah. 2 more people, but while we're waiting for that to fill, we'll fire up a Dawg Bowl qualifier. I don't know, I've been clicking this. I think I have, how many am I at? Completed. I've done 11 already, and I was trying to cap myself at 10 per week, so I don't know. Oh, we're waiting for 7 people there. Seems like it's filling a little bit slower than last week, but I feel like at this time it was in the 80s. Probably no chance of overlay, though. It will be interesting to see how, as the weeks go on, how much, if any, overlay comes for people, running out of bullets to fire at this contest. So if we jump over to my exposure, you're going to see something really, really silly that I've been doing. Part of what I was doing and drafting more than I wanted early was doing this Jaden Reed, Jordan Love pairing. And as you can see, maybe just more Jaden Reed than with Love, with the hope that Love played and made Jaden Reed a better play for a last round pick than a last round pick. We are at 37%, and we have 2 weeks. I don't predict any overlay for the pennant. I think that's filling pretty well. All right, excellent place. We are here we're pick 4. I have been wanting to get a Justin Jefferson team, but I have not been in any draft position to get him. I guess I should say I've been taking like A-Chain over him. I do have some of my own ranks in here. And if this other draft fires, we'll do both at the same time. So if you want to get that pennant off, there's still need 2 people. I've been wanting a Jefferson team. So now that I say that, probably get sniped on him, even though he's got ADP of 6. I do have some. Yeah, okay, a week from Monday. Yeah, this month's flying by. Been super busy at work. But I don't know. I don't think it'll overlay. I think people have shown enough interest in the contest. But yeah, I just kind of have some straight projection rankings for the first kind of group. Because it felt off when I compared early ADP and stuff. So yeah, like I said, I've been taking A-Chain higher. All right, so we did get this going, and we got some friends in here. We got We got Reducing Juice, aka Silly Rabbit Trickery, and Whipdole, our friend. Free rolls. You know, people make fun of my name for having numbers and, you know, how I say it. But I will say, you know where I am. If you see the weird name, I'm not hiding behind any silly rabbit tricks. All right, so we do get Jefferson there. And we'll see where that goes. All right, we get pick 2. What do we want to do here? I think 4. I think we're going to make a Baltimore team here. I haven't seen any news updates on Grayson. So we're just going to queue up this whole giant group. Baltimore is tough to stack to know who you want at the end here because they do so much mixing and matching and platooning. But yeah, so we'll queue up that. And then I have an idea for the NL team that we're probably going to play there. Ayuk's already has gone up. Yeah, this has been an interesting dynamic this week on the Dawg Bowl with these elite tight ends. We've spent so much of the offseason, or people have spent so much of the offseason talking about how elite tight end is dead. And yet, each week, the ones that people perceive to be elite and they get elite projections too. So it's not even just a perception. The numbers are bearing it out. But we're seeing them climb higher and higher because people still feel like they can separate from the pack with tight end, which is an interesting dynamic. Let's see what we do here. Yeah, so Juice gets his Yankees picked off. Never a fun feeling, but something you kind of have to anticipate when you grab a Yankee player. Yeah, so I like that move, just, solidifying your Yankee stack with probably, that next best piece. And we're going to get Burns, who has looked human this year. Oh, we're on the clock again. Interesting decision. So do we want to do a Padres team? No, we're going to take Santander. And if Padres don't get claimed when they come back, maybe we'll think about building the Padres stack as our NL team. What's up, Brian? How are you doing this evening? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Enjoying, Midwest, maybe the last warm day of the year. So we'll see what we decide to go here. Bowers goes. Laporta goes, despite so far not living up to the hype of the season. Second QB, Hurts went here to Dark Barbie. Lamar goes, okay, so I like to take running back here. I'm going to take a James Conner. And then we will see where we go from there. What is the latest news on Addison is out. Okay. He is officially out. All right, we're going to be up here. All right, so our Padres move does not come to fruition. All right, so option here to grab Freddie Peralta. Somebody took, that's would be the first Brewer off the board. I think I have that. I have a build like that, so we're just gonna take Zach Eflin and I don't love Adley. He's been pretty cold, but if they get through the playoffs, we'll have to assume that he is ramped up a little bit. Yeah, I was debating there to jump into an NL stack or not. All right, Charbonnet goes to Lava Lord. Henry goes. Do not love this combo here. Mark Andrews, Derrick Henry. That seems kind of counterproductive. This is going. This one's at a snail's pace, as the kids like to say. That's something kids say, right? All right, we're gonna take Chris Godwin. I do have Kyron and Josh Jacobs here, as that pretty high in my ranks. And I kind of wish I had not taken James Conner, but I don't know who I would have taken instead. But we're going to take Chris Godwin, and because I have a plan. I have the start of a plan here as to what I'm going to do on the rest of that build. Maybe tight end gets just like basically flat at that point. So I didn't have to take a tight end there. That's the thing with taking these early tight ends, is that they just project so much better than this flat tier and like a couple of lower tiers, that like it makes sense that people are taking them where they are, and punting running back or wide receiver later. All right, nobody's really moved in on our Baltimore, so we're gonna get Freddie Pearls is there, but yeah, we're gonna. Oh, here I should have been paying attention. The Arizona has been claimed, so that was actually my plan that I was kind of trying to keep secret, but our friend Reducing Juice here moved in, so maybe I should have grabbed him over Eflin when I was waffling, but that's fine, because then we will just build our homer stack here. Take Willie. Our infield's kind of hot with that group. Outfield kind of thin with this combo. Churio, Santander, and then from there it's hope that Brewers face a lot of righties and Garrett Mitchell stays reasonably hot. But if you're new to this contest, the thing is, you do only need one infield and one outfield score each period. So, if you want to build heavy on one thing to fill those two flexes, you don't get really punished like you do in the regular season drafts. All right, so what we got going on over here? Yeah, the two guys I kind of like taking. Yeah, Bernie gets Kyron. I don't understand it. I know they might have no offense, but he's going to get so much volume. I don't like. There's just less question marks in my head about Kyron Williams' potential to smash compared to Jonathan Taylor and like Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, that are just so context dependent. So that one just doesn't really make sense to me. But what do I know? I've won football one time, so that doesn't make me an expert. Ooh. I see Mike Evans there hanging out. Be interesting. I don't want to pivot, but we'll see. To a 3 wide receiver build. Run back the Baker doubles. Thankfully, we are going to get our friend Jackson Churio here. Well, I'm just so happy that he had a great rookie season. Warms my heart. All right, we're going to take William Contreras. I think both these teams, maybe not both these teams, but I don't know that Grayson's super necessary. We can tack on another Brewers pitcher and feel pretty comfortable. One of those guys. All right, here we're coming up. Neighbors goes. Rashid Shaheed goes that early. Okay. All right. Do we run it back? I don't really want to run it back. I want to do this. I want to build this double Minnesota stack, Jones and Jefferson. That is the team that I wanted to get. I kind of wish I had taken Kyron over James Conner, but that's fine. Probably a toss-up between those guys. I really hate this graphic that they added for this vulture whatever. I don't know why. It just catches my eye and it bugs me. Yeah, I was considering they're running back a Tampa double. Should be able to do kind of whatever against Denver that they want. And we've seen them pass and pass effectively. So, but we're going to scroll down. We're going to grab Aaron Jones. And obviously that leads us to Mr. Darnold. And as is my habit, we are likely going to be hoping. We are going to hope here. Yeah, they look so sad. They're trapped in like suspension among all this like floating coins. I don't know. It's just why is it on it? Once again, the pick'ems drive the business, so I know why. All right. Yeah, let's take Grayson here. And make sure, check this out. Got a chance at expert here. Takes Dalton Schultz. Hopefully he wants a running back because running back gets pretty thin in the 6th round. Okay, yeah, it takes Zamir White. All right, so then we get Dalton Schultz. And we hope that no one takes Sam Darnold. If they do, then I don't know what we do at quarterback. Let's see, we're back on the clock here. Yeah, I like Mullins better than Kowser. Let's see, we got 4 pitchers. We should have one more pick. Maybe we'll make this a 5-pitcher build. So another outfielder. All right. The expert is in the building. He is in the building. Yeah, I don't think that Schultz. And this is just how I build. I'm going to take the game correlation with Minnesota and Dalton Schultz every time. Because like it's just a flat tier, just flat. Maybe ends at Noah Fant, and then they're another tier, but Taysom is doubtful. Just as our friend of the show, Ben CLT Go Blue says, stack till you die. Stack till you die. See if we get any out of the world picks at the end here. All right, we got our last pick here. I do think Ryan Mountcastle is kind of being slept on in this contest, probably. Pending he get healthy. But I want another pitcher because we have Grayson and we don't know how much he's going to pitch to start with, so we're going to take Frankie Montas as our last pitcher. Let's get back in there quick and see how everybody ended up. We got Jobber Jim with the big Dodger stack that we started with in the last draft. They just continued it all the way down and threw in some Cleveland, probably a common group. And we got our Baltimore-Milwaukee World Series. Let's see, Silly Rabbit, Arizona, New York World Series. Looks great. And raise it. Let's see, we are on the clock. And, we did it. We have done it. So, yeah, this is excellent. This is a team that I wanted. The Sam Darnold double with Aaron Jones and Justin Jefferson. Got nice volume. Chris Godwin in there. Nice volume. James Conner and our game stack run back at tight end, which is excellent. All right, let's fire up another one. Fire up another Dawg Bowl. Let's finish looking at this here. CFD gets a Philly KC with a little one-off Jose Ramirez. Usually like my one-offs to be from guys without the bye, but can't blame grabbing a Jose Ramirez who's just destroying my chance of winning the DraftKings final. And then Whipdole, New York, San Diego, beautiful team. Okay. There you go. Jobber Jim. Eat, sleep, job, repeat. I won the projections. That's all that matters. So let's see. Maybe can we get a third pennant off tonight? One more person. We will double draft again and probably call it after that. Crack into our second PBBR. All right. So this is this is what I mean by why I think it's going to fill is these rooms are Bobby win MVP. There you go. I don't think it's going to happen, but next year he'll be back strong next year too. And the year after, I don't think Bobby Witt's going anywhere. He will get his MVP. And Aaron Judge, maybe his body breaks down on him. I don't mean to wish that upon him. But we have pick 4. The second PBB. That's an inside joke there from the Stacking Dingers show. And I know that those of you that haven't watched it are just on the edge of your seat and are going to go watch that now after that. That tease. All right, TK11 starting off with a Zach Wheeler. Making their claim. Good luck to you, buddy. And have a great night. All right. Let's do it. Let's build the Houston team. Just continue to build up my Houston exposure. And then this be the year that they don't go to the World Series. But yeah, the way that this filled and I don't think anybody else is in here that's watching the show, but the fact that, there was 5 other people, or I guess 4 other people, and then I think TK is, in every draft, like I said, but, the 2 of us watching the stream and for other people makes me feel like this is going to fill pretty solidly. See if somebody is tempted by Soto there. Interesting strategy here. TK, Shimmy's probably auto drafting or some semblance of set up my stacks. So we could get a little nuts here, and let's do it. Let's get nuts. Oh, wait. Those are both on the AL, guys. I don't know if you claim to be and talk about fantasy baseball a lot like I do, and then make really dumb mistakes live. But those teams are both in the AL, which is not what I wanted to do. So I apologize, Tro. That was not the nuts I wanted to get. So anyway, we have Juan Soto 1 off on this team. You moron. The Double AL World Series. Oh, it's late. It's that second PBR kicking in, apparently. It'll be unique, guys. That's why I did it, for uniqueness. And in the meantime, we get properly rewarded with TK taking Framber from us. Properly rewarded. Yeah, I think if you take any of these teams at the top here, Dodgers, Phillies, Yankees, or Houston, I think you have to be prepared for that team to get split. I could still get 10 Padres. But in fact, I don't want Padres. That is true. We could have switched Padres, filled out a whole big Padres stack there. Paria takes it instead. Ooh, we get to pick one. Ooh, okay. So my ranks, the projections I look at, interestingly enough, do not agree with current ADP. So question is, Kamara at 2 is just ridiculous. People are just chasing those points so hard. I do not understand it. So this is sort of my decision here. Do I want the Lamb team? Because I've told myself that I want Justin Jefferson teams. Do I want to pass up a chance at a Lamb team? Because this is the only way you can get it. And maybe draft another one later. Yeah. I don't want to pass up the chance for Lamb. Don't love it, but all right, so let's make sure that they were open this time. And get that Arizona stack. We'll see. Let's see. Tro jumped into Padres, so yeah, this is this one's a mess. People are kind of all over the board on this one. Juice is in a safe place with his giant Dodgers stack, so that's good for him. But let's get Hunter Brown. I'm not building a Tiger stack. I'm sorry. The Tigers are not going to the World Series. I'm sorry. I just can't. I cannot do that. I know it is the game theory approach. Should have some Tiger stacks. If I was building 150, I'd have some Tiger stacks. But I'm more likely going to be like 50 instead of 150, and I'm going to take my stands on teams. So I know you came here to bully. You said you're going to try and bully me into taking Tiger's team, but I am not going to. I ain't going to do it. All right. Now we need to make our claim before we get too out of it and wait for this person to pick. Paria. We're going to go and get Arizona going. So, yeah, something happened tonight with Kelly. Left in the 6th inning with cramping. All right, so it doesn't seem too serious. Don't love that he's continually cramping. That's not exactly where you want to be. And let's see. Okay, he's warming up for the inning. So maybe he's just not going to go deep into any games with how his body is treating him right now. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks. And right now we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 Houston stack. So I think we're going to make this one. Yeah, we're going to make this a main Arizona team. And just sort of set up our queue. Let's see. Oh, we are on the clock. What have we got here? Let's see. So we're going to take a little game combo there in Zay Flowers. And we talked about it before. I know he hasn't scored yet. I know Rams are not going to score well. Likely not score well, but it's just hard to pass up Kyron for me. And this will mostly just be in auto draft. Oh, well, here's the thing. You can take a Mark Andrews. That's interesting that you say that. Projections do not agree. So, Zay Flowers is down with Amari Cooper and Calvin Ridley in the median projections that I use. So, that is interesting. I just wanted the little Dallas-Baltimore correlation. So, did not mean to snipe you there, but hopefully Mark Andrews is the guy. We need to talk about Eugenio Suarez. I was completely ready to write him off for any drafting next year. I thought he finally hit the cliff, and he's just been dominant. Home run after home run lately. There's so many guys like Suarez, Julio Rodriguez. Not completely write off Julio Rodriguez for next year, but getting ready to readjust your priors on him. And he's been hot. It kind of stinks because, like, especially on him, like if you want to take that risk next year, we're maybe going to get a good price on it. But he's just shown enough life lately that we got a masterpiece claim here. We got the full Dodger stack. Let's see where you go. Let's see where you go on your AL team. What are you going to do on the AL side? Oh, doesn't matter. We're taking more Dodgers, baby. This team's a Dodger team. We flag plant around here. Get our guy fought. This one. So what was I thinking? What a moron. What a silly guy. 11 Dodgers is the play. If they were a buy team, yes. Yeah, but if you get them through, if they have that a high scoring 5 series win because their pitching is bad, that'd be that'd be great. You have to take 2 teams. So the stack limit is non-existent, but you have to take players from at least 2 teams in a draft. That is the rule. So you'll have to take one other player at least. I had no doubt. I had no doubt that you had a plan. Oh, yeah, there it is. That is a plan. Little Minnesota. I love it. That is excellent. All right, so what do we got going on here? Shimmy's got a Phillies, Cleveland team. Parilla's got Baltimore, San Diego. I'm the only guy here sniping people here for no reason. Otherwise, this is an excellent room to draft in. Well, Tro's got New York, San Diego. Interesting to see San Diego get split. And Milwaukee to go undrafted. Which, this counter was wrong. It said 21 picks away, but it's definitely not 21 picks away. All right. No, what I was saying was playoff odds definitely favor Padres to Brewers if you go by the models. So I'm not surprised. All right, we get Dak here. We like that. And Ferguson is gone, which stinks. But I do like this play, and I don't have enough of it. So we did on the last one, we're going to do our second running back. We're going to do Aaron Jones. And then who knows what we do at tight end. Oh, sorry, guys. Take Suarez. Let's see. We got Hunter Brown, Gallen, Fott, Kelly. Is Kikuchi, did he get taken? Kikuchi's still there. Okay. I like Kikuchi better than taking that. I think we're pretty solid at our other positions. We have the best guys. All right, we got a secret last pick. Who's the secret last pick? Carlos Correa? Matt Wallner? Is this a Matt Wallner pick? Ooh, people are going to love that. You're running it out. Oh, there it is. I called it. Matt Wallner. Give that man an ADP. I love it. Excellent. That is fun. That is fun. That was a great draft to be in. These are the rooms we hope for. These are the rooms we hope for. That wasn't the right draft. That was the previous one. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for the stream for the most part. We're going to tack on a tight end here somewhere. But that'll be probably the last draft of the evening. I might fit in a couple more Dawg Bowls after this. And be done for my NFL drafting for the week. It is interesting, I will say, on these Dawg Bowls is with the 12-person field. There is not a ton of scroll down. You get to this point, you see a lot of the same guys being taken. So it is interesting if you want to go even deeper into the player pool in these contests. No one is really doing it. I'm going to do like 50 or 60 pennants probably. That's my goal. Have to start getting those in this week and next weekend, but that's my goal. I like to put that amount into the contest. Never been a max kind of guy. All right. Juwan Johnson goes. That was an interesting idea that I had. With Taysom Hill, doubtful. But yeah, the field's as is usual. Oh, awesome. Yeah. Chris Baseball, one of my co-hosts at Stacking Dingers, has the ultimate sheet for drafting this contest. They're the Pennant contest. And yeah, if you watch, the two shows and look at his sheet, I think you can just jump in. You don't even need to know baseball players to play that contest. The concept is just a sound game. One of my favorites to play every year. Who is going to be left? Yeah, so Lee here, Chad, fellow already qualified player, gets Juwan Jennings, who's not, he's not taken. We were talking about scrolling down. He's not taken in every draft, but he's also not undrafted. So, but like, who do I scroll down to here? Eric Saubert, and hope that he takes some George Kittle amount? That doesn't feel great. Jordan Akins with Njoku out. A Chig against Green Bay. Interesting idea. Just hoping for that touchdown. Jonnu Smith with Skylar. I don't know. Yeah. We just took whoever. Top of the queue. All right, everybody. That is going to wrap it up for us tonight. Appreciate everyone out there jumping in, drafting, chatting. Just endless enjoyment for me. Just knowing that there's even a few of you out there that want to hang out and draft and talk sports and talk these games and stuff. So everyone have an awesome night. Hopefully your football Sunday goes well, and we'll be seeing you probably next Saturday. Maybe I actually plan ahead and get a guest or two to jump on here with me. But yeah, everyone have a good night and have a good Sunday.